Hello everyone and welcome back once again to HOI3 IV, where I'm playing with the Black Ice mod installed. I'm back playing as Italy, of course. Let's continue over here. So we got some research to be done here first, and let's take a look. Sure, let's go for the next fighter here. So, seems like at least one of those provinces was taken. Yeah. Okay. FIFA World Cup. What does that mean? That means that we can now do the Campioni del Mondo ability, which we will. Yeah. We're once again the champion of the world when it comes to soccer. So let's actually take a bit of a peek here, because it seems that we're not getting... Oh wait, that's not my division. They don't really seem to be suffering from this. But, okay. That's fine. We'll just have to wait for a bit here. So, seems like the Yugoslavs don't even have units out here. Well, the Greek forces do. It's fine. We're not going to be at war for quite some time. Yeah, we're not going to win this, that's for sure. Sometimes I'm a bit surprised about these multipliers, but let's start working on that there open hangar. And yeah. Just currently working on the oil situation, which is not super well just yet. Let's actually start getting also 2 more factories to work on that. I can actually do that because I did get quite a few more civilian factories out there as well. So that's nice. It's probably a good idea to start getting some of those researches as well. I can change to a tank designer. Sure. That's fine. At least then the game won't bug me anymore, asking asking me to change it. Look, sometimes that's reason enough. Yugoslavia claims Bulgaria. No, they won't. I need to do some changes to my production as well. Okay, let's start with improved infantry weapons and change up the production of those heavy machine guns. To these. Yeah, it's gonna do reinforcement and then upgrades first. Okay. I also need to add, unfortunately, where is it now? Probably all the way down here. Artillery spotters. Oh, I don't need them because I don't have any medium artillery. Right. Haha. My bad. Just my bad. There we go. I need to wait until the 1st of May 1939 with the Patto d'Acciaio, the Pact of Steel. So I can't really do anything there yet. Campione del Mondo. Winning the football cup is even more important than winning a world war. After the 1934 edition, this is already our 2nd triumph. I'm wondering how many years we'll have to pass before France will win 2 cups as well. Sure. Sure, it's all fine. For a second there, I thought that nationalist Spain won, but they didn't. Okay, so Xinjiang actually won against the Republic of China and took back their territory. Let's see what we need for those oil prospects. Excavation 3 and excavation 4 is what we need as well. Yeah, let's develop the oil fields in Sirte, and that will give us a bit of oil. That should be... that's quite nice. Sirte is, I believe... yeah, this is Cyrenaica, Benghazi. Here, Sirte region. Right. This is all Tripolitania, Tripoli, El Gila, Sirte, Cyrenaica, Benghazi, and Derna. Right. Anyway, it means that I'm looking for the new best one. I do want innovative theories as well, which takes a pretty long time, because I need to move down towards the modern Solera division. That removes the national spirit Fedelta Prima di Tutto, which is, I believe, the Italian leadership. Division attack, defense, planning speed, max planning, this. Or, oh no, it's here, okay. Yeah. Every dictator fears for his life, Mussolini is so different. Generals are chosen for their loyalty, not for their skills. Yeah. But I want to work down this path. But if there are factories to be gained, that's just something that I'm going to work on first. Such as this. And I should probably get these two as well. So let's start with Impresa Pizzarotti. Impresa Pizzarotti and CSPA was founded in 1910 by Gino Pizzarotti. The company consolidated its position in the construction sector, becoming one of the most important and skilled companies in the country. This came about through the completion of large public and infrastructure works on behalf of both state bodies and the largest private companies in Italy. The company has always targeted ongoing development in the city civil works carried out for roads and motorways, civil and military airports, irrigation and hydraulic engineering works, dikes, industrial infrastructure, railway construction, and prison construction work. Yeah, having this as industrial concern should be quite good. As well, I can now switch this up as well after some time. We don't need the geological survey to do those excavations, I think. But I'm not 100% sure on that. Right, this is a bit weird sometimes. So, what next? There's just so much to research. The P50. Yeah. Tour de France. Alright, concentrated industry. That's great. I really need those factories to get higher up there. And that's also why I'm immediately switching to military production. And after that, I'm going for concentrated industry as well. Once again, we really need to get those factories going. They're at 34. Let's put you again under those guys. They probably need to train. But let's just leave that for now. Actually, most of these guys are only at level 10. They can go a bit higher. At any rate, okay, some of them are at 11. They're getting even more manpower. How does that even work? They're never going to be able to beat them like this. Because I'm quite sure they'll be able to split the forces or move them back and forth continuously. So that's a bit silly. Although I would think that at some point they'd surrender. I'm not sure how much surrender. Oh, they also have Barcelona here, but they'll lose that again. I'm sure. Okay, great. Got another factory. That's what's important there. Yeah, let's start working on the Air Force. Regia Aeronautica. The Royal Air Force may not be the best or the largest one, but it enjoys many veterans from the Great War in her ranks. Could do that. But I need to move down this tree as well, and this will also give me a civilian factory. So let's start on Corno d'Africa as well, and this gives me rubber, so that's also quite good. Italians built over 5,000 kilometers of roads in Ethiopia for the development of the colony. In 1940, more than 300,000 Italians were living there. Sure. Let's set this up. So we're working on that. Let's start working on the improved mortar teams. And there was something else done over here. Yes. Let's start working on concentrated industry 2 to get the factory output up again as well. Then besides that, let's start another assault on that. And this is also max 105. Now let's hold another military parade. And this, sure, let's do that too. Reform the military command to increase the amount of command power I can have. That's also okay. Let's once again do that. This is a disaster. I'll just keep them there for now because attacking there, it's not very useful at all. So I'm not going to be too worried there. I'm going to start actually setting up my defenses in 1939. I won't attack till 1940 pretty much anywhere, so it's not as if there's going to be any major things going on. And I will start switching up again some of these. This takes 150, 150, and 150 as well, sure. Let's work on garrison training. Because we're gonna get a lot of garrisons anyway, and this is again 5, so that's looking good. The most important thing here is garrison equipment. I mean, the field uniforms are important too, but most of them are suffering on the garrison equipment. So any additional factories that I can put on there, I will. But I'm currently still working on this stuff to, like, I can't switch up any of my civilian factories at the moment and turn them into military factories because we do need to do a lot of building still. Let's add a ship designer. And this is carrier, capital ship, cruiser, and submarine. Sure, this guy's... Oh, I needed innovation. Okay. Escort. Can't do this one either. So I guess this is anti-submarine. That's fine. As for artillery, it's still not 39, so we're not going to do anything here. But let's switch over to these early light war vehicles. Let's take a peek. Because if I'm not mistaken, I need these as well, right? Oh, they're already there. How am I gonna deal with that? To be honest. Let's take off one from these. Because we have enough. And also put them in. Into this. I mean, 7,000 days is a bit much, but we'll add more. Right, let's exploit the new empire. Let's go for the University of Trieste. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't do that yet. On the 19th of August. Yeah. Right, 9th is August. 10 September. No, so it's July. No, August. Yeah, 9th is August. Okay. September it is. Wow. Yeah, let's start. I don't even know why I didn't know that from head. How does it look right now? Sure. New research to be done. I need to increase the production even more, so let's go for tool maintenance. Okay, it's actually going up. And I'm curious to see how much this will go up at that point. Okay, that's not bad actually. Wow. Okay, so I need to work on excavation too, because we'll be getting a lot of oil then from that region. We kind of need that. Oh, finally. Okay, great. No clue what that potentially did, but we'll see. How long does this take? Till 16th of November, just for one? Okay. Sure, that's fine. And having 10 of them create convoys is probably a good idea too. I'd rather have plus 1,000. Once the war starts over here, we're gonna need those convoys in the Mediterranean, so I don't think it's that bad of a choice to spend that much on it. But also let's work on another destroyer. Why not? And once that's at 150, once again, well, actually, I kind of need to start getting some of these guys as well. So let's start working on military high command and just take a bit of a look at what we can expect here, because this guy gives infantry battalion attack +5 and defense +10. This guy's better, but we have to promote Mario Berti. And that's probably something that I don't want to do because I want to have Giovanni Messi in there as well. So this guy will be first, Alfredo Guzzoni, and then once I have the chance I will appoint Messi too. But this guy is immediately available, so I will definitely select him. And 150. I want to start working on a light cruiser. That's just tungsten. I need production because I also only want 2 here. Yeah, currently the only thing that I'm working on is a carrier, cruiser and a destroyer. Right, anyway, now that Corno d'Africa is done, I'm going to work towards these. Industrial war effort gets 3 more factories, so I definitely want to work towards that. This just gives me air bases, and this gives me rubber. Currently, if we take a look at trade, how are we on trade? So we're trading for 1 rubber right now. So that's not really something that we necessarily need immediately. What I do need as well is victory in Spain, because we did win there, and this is, like I said, somewhat of a role play, let's play, and I want to do this one as well. So, let's see, because, oh, I can do this earlier. One of the following must be true. After that time, or okay, the Spanish stays not in a war. Okay, we get a non-aggression pact. We get 2 civilian factories, so that's also quite decent. Let's start with this one. On the 6th of May 1939, the Pact of Steel was signed. Our relationship with Germany is troubled by ideological differences and conflicting aims. Il Duce is extremely wary of German ambitions in Austria and the Balkans. However, realities do change. And we have another research, not only here. Let's start on interwar submarine hull. If I want to start building more submarines, they do need to improve. And I'm sure we can up the production with something once again. Yeah, fluorescent lighting will actually, let's wait. Can't go for excavation 3 yet. Civilian works 2 is done. There's also production efficiency base, that's fine. Division attrition. No. Well, I can't build fuel silos? Oh, wow. Okay. Let's work on that then. Because that might become important in the near future. Okay, so then let's also work on fluorescent lighting here. So we can increase the production these factories ultimately will get. Quite important, I would say. Okay, there we are. That's fine. This is at 92. Switch up the mortar teams. Oh, let's pause. Mortar teams. You see, the getting upgrades is much less important than actually the reinforcement necessities. I have a surplus, so let's get this down 1 and get them into working on anti-tank rifles. Okay. This can go down to 1 as well, and I'll put that into garrison equipment again. That needs to go up. Alright, now that we have completed that, let's go for victorious in Spain. The Spanish War has been hard, but a great victory has been won. We can put the lessons learned to good use if we can find the money to fund them. And it's very close to 939. Let's just wait 1 day. There we go. We actually didn't need to do that, but this means I will start working on the Carsano Modello 38, the new infantry weapons. Getting this victorious in Spain means that we actually get some of these, which are quite good. Mario Berti is also really good because that gives me +10 attack on the infantry battalions. So that's also something you really want. And then we'll get the exclusive, well, mutually exclusive. We're requesting the Balearic Islands and the raid on Gibraltar. This means that Spain will go and attack, and this one means we want the Balearic Islands. But I might actually attack Spain. Because there is also I do think there's a national focus for it. That's also one of the reasons. Yes, it's down here. Confront Spain, indeed. Conquer, war, go against Spanish state. Exactly. That's why I can't attack them yet either. Let's switch up the national focus. So I want him before the war starts, but that's not yet the case. I can store fuel supplies in Libya. It gives me at least a fuel silo as well, which will also help. This is 163 days, so we still have some time before our fuel coffers are full. We don't need that yet. I can start with Rome wasn't built in a day, because that also gives me bonus for construction 3 and 4, which we'll soon need, and I can add those military factories at that point as well. That takes 35 days, and like I said, I don't need that rubber right now. Construction research effort to improve transportation and build quality in the private sector. Yes, I can modify the government. Let's go for this. We also still don't have radar. So let's get that one. More research can be done. Airplanes. Well, now that it's 1939, I can start working on the C-200 Interceptor. And C-335. Yeah, let's do that. But first, let's do this light fighter, so we can actually start producing those. Although, again, I don't really have the factories for it. This is done. 1939. So let's start with transportation improvements as well. There's no real reason for me to go for the 150mm guns right now, because I'm not even close to having enough 75mm guns, so I can wait on that for a little bit. That's definitely not a rush. And I'll play for a few more minutes. We don't have that much stability right now, but I think we're fine on that even. Once I've gotten enough of these ministers, etc., then I can go for some events that will also increase stability. So there's no rush in doing that. We'll soon also see, of course, Czechoslovakia being taken by Germany, and invasion of Poland is only a little bit away, although I don't necessarily need to join the Allies immediately. I mean, I could, but I'm not too sure on how far I would get in France. I would have to see. There's no way to outflank these guys, so yeah, I would have to get that mobilization up to general mobilization. I don't really want to do that just yet. Okay, great. Industry, industry, industry all the way. Let's start working on concentrated. No, let's start working on construction 3. So I can at least get excavation. And that means that I'll be doing better in production. I can get more oil. That's quite important. Yeah. Okay, great. Let's start working on industrial war efforts to get those... Well, this is also quite nice. Increasing factory output there. I'm working on all of it. So going from here and here, I need industrial war effort for this anyway. In order to eventually secure Mussolini's position, which will then... Well, securing his position is important for some of these. Bolshevism. Right. Exactly. Either way, let's go for industrial war efforts. Our industry needs to be ready for war. Yes, it does. We're not even close. I also need to send more troops over to Italy, because that's going to be important. Let's actually start working on radio for now, because, well, not only that, we also need to increase research speed with these. So let's do that first. Let's make sure that that's the main focus for now, to increase research speeds, because I've been neglecting that, and that's actually really bad. That's always the first thing you should do, but I just got caught up into increasing factory. Well, arguably, actually, that's even better for Italy, because having such poor production is actually quite bad. How are we on construction? Okay, it's not too bad. Southern Albania is almost done. I really wanted to increase the infrastructure here and here in order to make sure that we have good supplies when we actually attack Yugoslavia. That's going to be important, I think. So... Okay, tool maintenance is ready. I could go for production efficiency base is probably the correct choice here. I don't need my steel mills to produce oil, but I rather need to work my way down this street too, because that's going to take a pretty long time, and I do want to eventually work on these, getting more population and things like that. So, but I really don't think that it's... Let's see, 8, 25, 3, and this is 10, 3, 5 for that. Let's just work on advanced machine tools. Can I actually deploy a few more of these? Some of these garrison divisions I can already deploy. That's actually wonderful news. So I'll put them under this army. And I know that he has only 14 out of 14, so I'm gonna technically have to make them protect Italy soon. But it's not necessary yet for now. Alright, what I'm gonna do though is once again I'm gonna wrap things up here. We're getting close to the actual war. They only need upgrades. So I'm gonna just take a look at what's going on here. I definitely need... this is 14,000 and 2,000. But with 9 per day, this is less than a year. And this is more than a year. Let's assign the other one to infantry equipment. You can't fight without guns, you know, that's silly. Technically you can fight without uniforms, that's a thing. This can go to 1 because I don't need more mountain warfare equipment. Give me another 2 factories. And there we are. I think getting the regular infantry up to snuff is more important than the air forces. Yes, it's really good to have a strong air force, but if my infantry lacks anti-tank rifles and infantry guns, they're not going to be strong enough to break through even in Greece. So that's something that definitely needs to change. So we had this tank cat. Let's at the very least first upgrade that to the L338, and then we can also start researching actual tanks. And we don't need to trade. That's all looking fine actually. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually also going to put this to 4. And just that frees up another factory at least. And now that I'm getting oil from Libya and soon even more, we can get those refineries up there. That's gonna work out fine. And I think after I'm done with this, I'm going for storing supplies in Libya, which will then mean that at least I'll have another fuel silo, so I can build up more fuel. That should work. All right. Not looking too shabby. Of course, I still need to move down this line as well, and I actually haven't done all that much up here. This is also super good. Beretta. 5 military factories. Wow. So in reality, I do need to work down this line as well, because that's also going to give me a lot. But, you know, you can't do everything at the same time, and there's so many... so many of these that actually need to be done that, you know, it's just you can't be everywhere at the same time with this. I would love to get North Italy armament manufacturers as well, or and stuff like that, but yeah, even with everything that I'm trying to do, it's not going fast enough for the war. So I'm just looking to get the most important ones, which are down here, so that whenever war breaks out, I can at least, you know, get my claims on Yugoslavia, to conquer them, get my claims on Greece, and, you know, things like that. I need to get there. So that's the most important, and then afterwards I can also indeed work my way towards things like this that are also super important, but yeah, they won't win the war for me, basically. Whereas, you know, taking Greece, taking Yugoslavia, taking whatever other country, Turkey will. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching. Do hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Take care. See you then. Bye-bye.